How are you going to get over the fear of being seen? And by that, I do not mean that somebody saw you on the street or somebody saw you in the supermarket. Absolutely not. That's not what I mean. Okay, so the fear of being seen is when you are afraid that people are going to judge you for who you are, and that's why you hide parts of yourself. You do not show up authentically as much as you are and as loud as you are or as great and creative as you are. Now, there are going to be two sides of the story. One part of the population is going to think that this is completely irrational because you know what? It's completely justified. This is who I am, and this is exactly who I'm going to show up as, whether you like it or not. And I don't care if I fit in or not, and I don't care if you like me or not. I like myself, and that's completely fine. However, this is going to make sense a lot more to the other side of the population where they were taught to fit in, where they were asked to blend in, where they had to suppress certain areas and certain parts of themselves, where they could not show up authentically or truly as themselves because they had this fear of being judged, of being outcasted, yes, of not fitting in, of you know what, people not accepting them for who they are because they are so afraid of accepting themselves for who they are. First of all, that's a you issue, so we're going to deal with that later. However, now that we made sense of the whole situation and now we know how it may be rational and irrational for some people, we're going to proceed and see what you can actually do about this. Now, to even figure out if you're comfortable with attention and being in the spotlight and being seen, if you don't know if you're comfortable being seen or not, if you've never been put in such a situation, if you don't even know that this problem exists, there is a little bit of an exercise you guys can do. So, what you're going to do is, if I was to put you in the spotlight, if I was to put you on the spotlight now, how would you feel about it? Would you feel comfortable? Would you just show up as yourself? Are you confident enough to handle that? And you know what? Or does it just feel normal and natural to you? Or what are the stories that are going on about this situation in your head? So these stories could look something like this, where someone told you sometime when you were younger, do not take up too much space. You're too loud. You're too aggressive. Aggressive, probably you should work on it. But you know what? Aggressive in the sense of being passionate. You're too passionate. Maybe you're a little intense, okay? Maybe you're too creative and people are not going to like that. Are you kidding me? Like, I can't even believe these are certain things that people have grown up listening to, where, you know what, they had to shun parts of themselves. They had to actually judge themselves on those parts that they were born with, that God gave them, first of all. So I can't believe that people say all this, but if this is your conditioning and if this is something that you were brought up with, I completely get it. However, that is totally outdated. It does not suit you. And I'm going to tell you why it does not suit you. The fear of being seen actually is a very deep seated conditioning problem where, you know what? You are afraid of being judged. You are afraid of being perceived. Well, other people's perception of you is none of your business, first of all. They're going to perceive you how they want to perceive you in the state of mind that they are in, the emotional roller coaster that they're facing right now, whatever it is in that moment, that's how they're going to deal with you. So that's got nothing to do with you. That's got a lot to do with them, by the way. And also, you feel like, you know what, you're not going to fit in, which is completely fine. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to, because your kind of people, you wouldn't have to fit in with them. They will accept you for who you are. Sometimes it's also the kind of people that we surround ourselves with, where we're told that, oh no, you know, you shouldn't dress like this. Oh, you know what, you're doing too much makeup. Like, oh my god, girls are gonna get this. Girls are gonna get this so much, where they've obviously dealt with that one person who's so insecure and so jealous of them, where they're like, oh, you do too much makeup. Oh, you're too fancy. Oh, you know what, we're just going out for basic stuff. Why are you dressed up like this? Blah 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 blah. It's so annoying. First of all, get rid of all those people in your life. Like, you don't need them in your life. Focus on building yourself. Focus on, you know what, showing up authentically as you are in those areas where you feel like you've suppressed for too long and you really need to put some energy into it. Now, how are you going to recognize what part of yourself you're hiding? And what you're going to do is, yeah, you're going to go within, you're going to ask yourself that question, and I'm going to tell you it's going to pop up immediately. Like, you don't even have to do a lot of work. It's just going to pop up immediately, where you're like, you know what, I've been told that my personality is too loud, and that made me feel bad about myself, and that made me feel like I need to water myself down to be able to please other people again. That is people pleasing. That is just none of your business again, please. That's one way that you can understand that, you know what, something that you've been hiding and suppressing for a very long time. You've been suppressing your passions because probably your family and friends don't support it, or whatever it is. You're suppressing your creative side. Okay, you're suppressing your intensity, your emotional side. You're suppressing your intellectual side because people have kind of put you down based on how intelligent you are and how capable you are. You're suppressing your confident side because people were kind of insecure because you know what, you shine too bright and they wanted to dim your light so that they could shine. You know what? You're going to be able to figure that out so quickly because you already know it. It's not that it's gone. It's that one part in yourself, or there are like multiple parts in yourself where you're like, you know what? I wish I could express myself freely and openly in those areas. That's exactly how you're going to know what part it is that you need to put more work in. I think the thing that people don't understand is when you show up inauthentically, parts of your life are inauthentic and you don't even know that because you're showing up as somebody you are not. Your relationships are fake, your friendships are fake. I'm sorry to say, but that is based on a personality that you are not. You're pretending to be somebody to be able to fit in and to be able to, do what not you want to do. That's not you. You're not attracting at the frequency of authenticity. You're attracting on a frequency of facade. So if you're stressed out, you know what, your friends are fake, peers are fake, and people are being fake to you. It's probably because you have a fake personality too sometimes. I'm not just saying this is going to happen only. Sometimes some genuine people also meet fake people, which is completely fine. But it's good to look on the inside. If you feel like, you know what, I've been putting on a facade, and if people are being fake to me, it's probably because you're on that frequency, and that's the kind of people you're attracting into your life. So as soon as you show up as yourself authentically, that is going to attract some people and that's also going to repel some people. So let me just be clear on that. Of course, it's going to push away the people. So don't be surprised when you show up authentically. Some people are not interested in talking to you. Some people are just being weird to you. It's completely fine. It's completely fine. Let them be who they are. It's fine. They're not meant to be in your life because people meant to be in your life and people who are actually good for you they will show up and they will stay in your life no matter what phase you go through. So don't even worry about it because what's meant for you will never miss you, and there's some sort of peace in knowing that. Now, again, the major fear that you have is the fear of judgment when it comes to showing up authentically and when it comes to embracing those areas of your life that you feel like are too much for people, and you're not going to do it because you're scared that you might get rejected or you might get judged, you might get perceived or whatnot. See, the first thing is, let me be very clear. People have their own lives going on. They're really not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I know people are nosy, but that's it. That's about it. It's in that moment. The thing is, sometimes the anxiety in our heads just it really just emphasizes on that one thing that somebody said one time. That person's totally even forgotten about it. That person probably doesn't even stand by that statement anymore. But anxiety sometimes can make us believe that, oh my God, that's true. And it kind of gets deep seated in the back of our brain because somewhere we believe that about ourselves. So that's why I keep saying it's very important to know yourself, like truly know yourself, so that somebody calls you a donkey, you know you're not a donkey and you don't get offended by that because you know what, you're not a donkey. Okay, you're a human being. Okay, you can talk. Okay, you've got beautiful features and you look amazing if you're a boy and if you're a girl, both ways. Okay, so stop with that nonsense because it really does not make sense. So that's why I keep saying, get to know yourself. Get to know yourself inside out. So no matter what people say, no matter what they perceive, you know immediately that it's a perception. It's judgment. And you know what? Judgment comes from a place of them not being able to embrace themselves fully and them not being able to do the thing that they want to do, them not being able to stand up for themselves, them judging that part within themselves. So you know what? It's fine. It's their problem. Leave it to them. That's none of your business. First of all, again, learn to mind your own business. Okay, focus on yourself. Focus on improving yourself. Focus on accepting and embracing yourself. That's the energy you want to be. Because trust me, once you accept yourself, you embrace yourself, you're going to attract people who will accept you for who you are. You will attract people who will embrace you. They will freaking love you for who you are. So don't worry about it, okay? Just don't worry about it. Now again, sometimes we might feel very unsafe in our own body and we might feel very unsafe embracing that part of ourselves. That's why we keep it hidden. That's why we hide parts of ourselves, our personality, our opinions. We just keep them to ourselves because sometimes they scare us, which is fine. If you have like really volatile opinions, or if you have something very wild, it's okay. It's okay. I completely get it. However, that does not mean that you suppress that desire for it to be seen. If you want that part of you to be seen, you're going to see it. Like, you're going to see it first, and then you're going to show it to the world, because the world will see it for exactly who you are. And you know what? Having said that, from my personal opinion, with age, you will get there. You will totally get there. If you're a woman, I'm telling you, with age, you will get there. So sometimes when you're 14, 15, when you're in your teens, there's just too much hormones. It's just too much, okay? And the brain is not working properly. Your cerebral cortex is not developed. You can't think straight. You're not thinking right. You're making emotional decisions, which is fine. Go through that phase. It's a phase of life. It's your life. You need to experience it. That's something that you need to go through to be able to become the person that you're meant to become, okay? Everything is happening for you, best case scenario. So no matter how bad it might seem, no matter what it might seem like, you will get through it and you will become the person that you need to become. But again, with age, you will slowly realize that you're getting better at this. With age, you stop giving a damn about what people have to say, about their opinions, about their judgments, about their perception of you, about whatever it is that they have about you, because most of the times it's coming from their own insecurity. And second thing I'm going to tell you, which is you're going to have to write this down and keep it very close to your heart, okay? Happy people do not care. They don't even think thoughts about judging you, about perceiving you, about saying something negative to you. These are all small minded, insecure, unhappy people. Remember that. Remember that, and keep repeating that to yourself every single time you come across somebody who's, trying to put you down, or trying to say something negative to you, saying that, what, your dreams are too big, or you're delusional, or you're this, or you're that. Okay, they did not have the audacity to pursue their own dreams, and that's why they are judging you for doing it, because they're like, oh my god, they see something in you. They're like, oh, okay, she's shining bright, she's got that confidence. You know what? Your aura and your confidence bothers and irritates them so much that they have to put you down, or else they're going to feel insecure. And that's exactly what they're feeling right now. So also, when you hide parts of yourself, you're hiding all of your abundance, all of your opportunities, all of the relationships that you could be having, all of the blessings. You're literally blocking your own blessings because you're in your way at this point, because you do not show up authentically as you are. You know what? You're going to miss out on things that you're meant to experience. You're going to miss out on people that you're going to experience. You're going to miss out on life and things that you were really meant to experience, because you do not accept yourself and you do not embrace yourself truly and for who you are, and you do not show up as yourself. Now imagine there's somebody out there, if you're looking for a relationship, there's somebody out there in the world who's looking for somebody exactly like you, but just because you were too scared and afraid of your own potential, you hit that side of yourself, and now that person doesn't even know that you have that side. But as soon as you embrace it, and then as soon as you put it out there in the world and you put it out there in the universe is going to give you 10x more. That person's going to attract it. That person's going to come to you. That job is going to come to you. That abundance is going to come to you. That dream career, that dream house, that dream life is going to come to you. The only thing is that you need to start showing up authentically for exactly who you are, no matter how loud, no matter how opinionated, no matter how demure and mindful, no matter how kind, no matter how generous, no matter how trusting, no matter what your personality is like, accept yourself, because don't stand in your own way. Don't stand in your own way. That's one big advice I will give you. If you take anything out of this video, take this, is because don't stand in your own way. You're blocking your own blessings. So show up as yourself, like your life depends on it, because it really does. Also, who exactly is it benefiting by you not showing up authentically and truly as yourself right now? It's benefiting all of those haters, those people who judge you, those people who think you're too good and that makes them insecure. Okay, those people who have inferiority complex, okay, and they feel like you're too superior, or you're too good looking, or you know what, you've got a banging body and they don't, so they need to put you down. Those are the people benefiting, and you really want to give them the benefit? No, you need to benefit yourself. So please start showing up authentically, like immediately right now. Okay, no matter how scary it is, no matter what it is. Like, you know what that statement says? When it's scary, you need to jump. You need to jump right now and jump and just show up exactly as you are in your truest, rawest form. Screw people who don't like you. Okay, you're gonna find people who like you. You're gonna find people who actually not just like you, they actually freaking deserve to be in your life. That's the kind of people, that's the kind of energy you need. You need to put yourself right back up on that pedestal, okay, that people stole from you. Take it back, put yourself right back up, and stay there. And just stay there forever. Also, again, you need to get rid of your negative self talk because that's something that might be holding you back. So, of course, these incidences happened in your life where people said certain things to you, but the thing is, you internalized these things. So, when we internalize these things, they become subconscious belief systems, they become subconscious patterns. That becomes our speech. That's how we speak to ourselves. Of course, positive affirmations, they're going to help. You know how affirmations work, right? You keep repeating them to yourself to the point you actually believe it. Again, the whole point here is you have to believe it. The belief system needs to be good. The belief system needs to be working for you and not against you. So, you know what? You're going to identify these limiting beliefs that you might have. You're going to identify little negative self-talk that you might catch yourself doing here and there, which is fine. Sometimes we do judge ourselves and we criticize ourselves. Sometimes we can be perfectionists where we're like, oh, I could have done better, or you know what, we could just not be in the best relationship with ourselves. So the first thing you're going to do is, before doing anything else with anybody else, you're going to fix your relationship with yourself because you owe yourself that. You're going to fix it. You're going to make it a healthy relationship. Okay, you're going to have a good healthy relationship, a good healthy friendship with yourself first. You're going to understand who you are, what your values are, what your morals are. You're going to understand all of that. You're going to build your own confidence and self-esteem. You are going to boost your morale by yourself. That's why I keep saying, you know what, have routines in your life, have a structure in your life, something that you can actually hold on to that's going to make your life so stable and structured. Because discipline is the highest form of self-love. Like, this is the place where self-love comes into the picture. You're saying that you love yourself, but yet you say negative things to yourself. You're saying that you love yourself, but you criticize and judge yourself. You're saying that you love yourself, but you have negative self-talk. It does not go hand in hand. You can't be so indecisive. You have to pick one side and stick to it. That is the self-love side. That is the being abundant side. That's, you know what, I love myself for who I am, and I'm going to show up authentically, no matter who that person is, no matter what my interests are, no matter what I want to do, no matter who I need to stand up to. The thing here is, again, people, you need to stand up to people because everybody has an inner child. You know what happens is, that inner child doesn't feel safe with you because you do not stand up for the thing that you believe in. You do not stand up for your interests. You do not stand up for your opinion, even if that's a minute thing. It's not that major. When you don't stand up for yourself, it's actually hurting your inner child, and that's why you feel unsafe in your own body. You feel unsure of yourself because your inner child doesn't feel safe with you anymore, because that inner child is like, you know what, you were supposed to fight for me, you were supposed to take care of me, you were supposed to look after me, I was looking up to you. Become that version of yourself who can protect your inner child, who can actually take care of your inner child, take care of all the needs of that inner child, of the dreams, the desires that the inner child has. Because once you do the inner child work, once you do the inner healing work, you're going to feel so much more confident, so much more secure in your body. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking about this. Try it once. Do the fulfilling things. Do the silly little things that your little version, like your child version of yourself, would have done. Buy yourself that pink dress, whatever it is. Buy yourself that candy. Buy yourself whatever you want. Like, if that's something that your inner child would have wanted. Or, you know what? Get into that dream career. If you want to get into modeling or acting, if that's something that your inner child dreamt about, you wanted to do YouTube. Okay, you wanted to have your own Instagram or whatnot that you want to do. Whatever it is that you want to do, just take little by little steps towards fulfilling those goals and those dreams and those desires. I'm telling you, that's going to build so much self-confidence within yourself because you're so sure of who you are, and there's nothing like it in this world. Also, always surround yourself with positive, uplifting, good vibe people, and to attract those kind of people, you need to become that energy yourself. So always stay in that energy, stay on that frequency, so that those people can be drawn to you, and then you're going to have good amazing conversations, good amazing relationships, good amazing friendships. You're just going to have everything good in your life, and you know what, the good just keeps getting better. Once you focus on the good keeps getting better. So that's where you need to go, and that's where you're headed at. Okay, having said that, we come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till then, I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Take care and bye. Money on top of me, money on top of her. Money on top of me, money on top of her. Daddy fuck with me.